What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Izzy's Retro Video Game Reviews. And on this episode, I'm going to be talking NBA Live '06. So, I already did a review for NBA Live 2005 on my channel. I'll link that one in at the end of this video in case you guys want to see that. But man, NBA Live '06. It came out in October 2005, and as before, 2K took over the NBA license years before NBA 2K took over the license. There was there was a competitor, EA Sports, with the NBA Live series. And rather than just updating the rosters to reflect the roster moves of the upcoming season, NBA Live tried to add a little flair to the franchise to kind of make it from being stale. This is I believe the this is the 11th entry in the NBA Live series, because I know before it became NBA Live in '95, it was NBA Showdown. I believe that lasted only 1 year, and then it became NBA Live. But what do you call it? So no, for this iteration of NBA Live '06, the dunk contest had been introduced the previous year in '05, and All Star Weekend in general. You had the 3-point contest, you had a dunk contest, and then you had the All Star game. So that's back in NBA Live '06, but the very, very big gameplay mechanic that they added was playmaking abilities. So there were, I think there were four categories. There was playmaker. Well, actually, I shouldn't say playmaking abilities. The NBA freestyle controls that were introduced in NBA Live '03, I believe, got a major upgrade with superstar abilities. There we go. So you know how in I don't know if you guys play the NHL games currently, but there are like, and Madden too. There are superstar like X Factors, I think they call them. And so this was kind of the early iteration of that. And basically there are four categories. There was the playmaker, there was the dunker, the inside stopper, outside stopper, and the shooter category. So each like big NBA player like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Carmelo Anthony at the time, they all had these abilities that I just mentioned assigned to them. And the big, most of the big men, the superstar big men like Shaq and Yao Ming, they had inside stopper and power and outside stopper too. Uh, and then the guards like Allen Iverson and, like I mentioned, Kobe and LeBron. They had several abilities themselves. Scorer, passer, and all that. Scorer, playmaker, all that. And then Dwayne Wade. I believe him and Kobe Bryant had like maybe three of the four abilities. The only thing that they couldn't do was the big man abilities like shot blocking, but they had everything else like scorer, play. So they were basically players that had like three of the four abilities, which were like a select handful from what I remember. Like they were impossible to stop. And each of these abilities would come with crazy things, like if you held down the shoulder button and like the L1 or L2, and then you hit square. If you were a dunker, you would get a different type of dunk, and if you were a playmaker, you would get a different type of pass, and so on and so on. So Man, it was just a really, really fun dynamic to play, and everybody played with the cover athlete, which was Dwayne Wade, and because he had, like I said, he had all of the abilities that he was eligible to have, and he was just basically very difficult to deal with if you were playing against him, and man, as he should have been because if y'all remember, like this was his third year in the league. He was becoming a superstar, and he had just came off a monster season, and then '06 was the year that Miami won the championship. Shaq had got traded. I mean, yeah, got traded from the Lakers to the Heat, and then that was able to kind of bolster the Heat's championship aspirations. I believe that was their very first championship. They had been around since 1988, and they won their first title in '06. So yeah, but man, I just remember this was back in the days where my brothers and I used to play NBA Live religiously. Like I played it more. I had both of them, NBA Live and it wasn't called NBA Two. It wasn't called NBA 2K yet. It was ESPN NBA Basketball 2K5, which had Ben Wallace on the cover, and that's a great game in its own right. But NBA Live was our go to, me and my brothers. So yeah, we just go at it, and we would play fantasy games where you can pick your own squads and just go at each other with the squads that you pick, and it was just a whole layer of fun, man. I loved using Kobe because, like I said, he had mostly all of the superstar abilities that were available in the game, and I'm a huge Laker fan, so I had to use Kobe. But yeah, it was just a bundle of fun, man, and I have so many fond memories of playing NBA Live '06. I had it on PS2, and then I had it on PlayStation Portable. Because that was the first year that it came out. It was a launch title for the PlayStation Portable, and it was the last NBA Live on the GameCube and the first NBA Live on Xbox 360. Because Xbox 360 dropped in October of '05, and it was a launch title. Or it might not have been a launch title, but it did drop pretty close to the launch window of the 360. So yeah, there's your fun little tidbit. But yeah, like I said, had a lot of fun playing it, and I would love to go back and play it again. I just gotta go find my PSP and try to boot it up and see if it works. But anyway, man, that is gonna do it for this episode of Izzy's Retro Video Game Reviews. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And of course, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.